Thanks and welcome to join me on the 6:15. I'm Kejang Henry at Timbe. Sorry for that late start. Let's flag off with our top stories. Shops have lost their contents to blistering flames that swept through the Central Business District, Commercial Avenue in Bamenda, northwest of Cameroon. The fire incident is blamed on poor electrical connections. And the CRM President, Maurice Kamto, has decried manipulation of the electoral code, but insists he will break all obstacles and gear up massive mobilization for registration on the electoral roll. And Ntaruki Divine will be up on Cameroon's political landscape in 2024 that was shaken by government action that banned opposition coalition and fueled concerns over President Biya's health. Top stories.
Canal International.
After going through an end of year almost free from fire accidents, as it used to be the case some years back, the year 2025 have begun with one of such unfortunate fire accidents. That was the case last evening in the busiest street, that is the Commercial Avenue in Bamenda. Our staff correspondent Annie Collins was at the fire site this morning.
Out of the 5 shops affected by Wednesday evening fire accident along the Bamenda Commercial Avenue, 2 lost their entire content to the wild flames. Located in front of the former Rofec Bank premises, owners of the clothes, shoes, telephone and other electronic items shops had no option than to wear long faces this Thursday morning.
I lost a lot. If you check for all the stores that were there for this 2, my store are the highest one we give. Well stocked. My store is heavily stocked. All places were there around 55 about that one. So not lots, but when there's life, we still get hope.
With suspicion once more at the doorsteps of electrical short circuits, motorcycle riders have been hailed for helping to stop the flames from propagating to the 3 other sheds as the Army Rescue Unit did not show up.
It's around 6:30 in the evening, and my neighbor called me that there's a flame of fire coming out from my neighbor's shop. So she sent the husband, and the husband called one of our neighbors to come and rescue. So when they came, they could not rescue that fire because it has already crossed to the other neighbor's shop. So we were just there trying to help since they were not around.
I don't know what causes the fire, but before coming, the fire was already heavy, so we're trying to save people's goods, and we were broken into shops so we can remove some of your things. It was not actually easy, but we tried our best. We thought during the process, Army Rescue didn't come and help clean down the fire, but to no avail.
Though the fire broke out as early as 6:20 p.m., the absence of security led to the looting of goods saved from the 3 other shops slightly affected, but Bamenda City Mayor says 2025 shall not continue this way.
Every home, every training center should have enough knowledge about the imminent fire catastrophe. What are we saying? Make sure you switch off your switches. Make sure you have firefighting equipment. Make sure you have fireballs. And make sure that you check every appliance in your shop, your home, before you build your home.
At press time, the garbage collection company was already clearing the debris to clean the city center of the ashes of Bamenda's first fire accident barely 8 days into the new year.
With expressive placards in hand, the residents of Buang Bakoko are rising up against the encroachment on their land. Through a peaceful march in the neighborhood, they seek to make their voices heard and reclaim their rights. We came out to express our anger and let the government know that we are overwhelmed. This situation involves structures built on state property, and after 3 to 4 years, the senior divisional officer of Wuri, who arrived here in 2021, informed the population that they are constructed on state property and advised us to refer to the Ministry of Land Tenure. However, we are surprised that 2 years later, the documents are slow to arrive and the land titles are being issued, but we don't know to whom we should present them. The disputed land, declared state property, spans 8 hectares. Residents who have lived here for nearly 20 years are facing the destruction of their homes by alleged owners. When it was just a forest, I built about 10 studios. They came and destroyed everything with bulldozers, leaving just 2 studios. After the destructions, they let people occupy the area within 24 hours. When this happened and I tried to question, I was arrested and I spent 48 hours in jail. I'm very angry. There is a call for the regularization of their land situation following futile attempts at development that have remained unaddressed until now. The once reliable taps in Douala 5 subdivision neighborhoods have gone silent, leaving residents scrambling for water.
2 weeks, we did not have water. We have to go to neighboring houses to beg those who have forage to beg for water. At times when you go there, their population, the place is massive, a lot of people. You can even come back without water.
In some areas like Makepe Petit Pays, makeshift water points are the only relief for families and small businesses. However, even these sources, often connected to the Camwater network, have become unreliable. It's been 5 years we have been living this ordeal, because since I began this my little business, we have not had water supply here.
Tous les jours, on a coupé l'eau ici. Tous les jours, la cache là, on a coupé l'eau.
In Belavi Makepe, the absence of water has severely impacted local businesses such as food vendors. Nearby in Lokpom, water flows only during the night, forcing families to adapt to unpredictable schedules. Even then, concerns about the water safety persist.
Sometimes we always have water only in the night. And when the water comes, it's very dirty, very, very dirty. Because we can only use it to flush water, toilets. We can't cook with it.
Ça passe, ça revient, ça passe, ça revient.
For many in Douala, boreholes have become a lifeline. According to the non-governmental organization Main Unie d'Afrique, over 65% of households now rely on borehole water to meet their needs. As the water crisis deepens, the residents of Douala are urging authorities to take swift and effective measures to address the shortages and ensure equitable water distribution across the city.
The fear to receive a fraudulent banknote has pushed this businessman to be on the alert. He fills the note over and over, squeezes it. If not certain, he holds it up above his head to see through the note.
Quand je prends un billet, je regarde un peu vers le haut. Si les traits là brillent, je sais que c'est un bon billet.
And in all the cases, he proved himself right. The note is real. Pushed by detection, especially in banks, some have automated detection machine and even control pens. All notes go through the control. With that also, he show off his money. The situation not that easy with Bayam Selam, who say they are the common victims. Most often collect money, especially the new notes, with all assurance, only to notice later that they are fake. Some make sure they use the water formula, a drop or even their saliva on the note, and it has been of great help.
Il y a également des petites marques que la BIAC a mentionnées sur les billets.
Many say these tricks are mere luck, as they have been victims severally.
Moi, j'ai été arnaqué plusieurs fois. Mais jusqu'à présent,
c'était déjà trop tard. Donc, en fait, mon compte WhatsApp a été transféré vers son téléphone à lui.
In Douala, WhatsApp hacking has become a troubling trend, with the tactics used by hackers are becoming more sophisticated, making it easier to deceive unsuspected users.
J'ai très vite compris que ça n'est pas mon compte.
Experts in cybersecurity warn that one of the most common methods is through phishing scams. Hackers often send fake messages or links designed to trick users into revealing personal information, such as verification codes or passwords.
Access your mobile phone.
To avoid falling prey, experts advise users to be cautious about clicking on links from unknown sources and to avoid sharing sensitive information over the app.
Lost to the account. Change the password immediately and report to the platform support team.
Naturellement, à la plateforme que votre compte a été compromis.
Victims in Douala have shared their experiences, describing the frustration and financial loss caused by these attacks. As cyber criminals continue to exploit vulnerabilities, the call for vigilance and awareness among WhatsApp users grows louder.
2024 was a year of political turbulence in Cameroon. The year kicked off with a shock wave. In March, the government banned political alliances ahead of upcoming elections, crushing opposition hopes of forming coalitions. The move raised serious questions about the country's commitment to democracy and political freedoms. Then came a controversial decision in July. President Paul Biya, with legislative approval, postponed both parliamentary and local elections until March 2026. Opposition parties were quick to voice their outrage, fearing this delay would cripple their chances in the 2025 presidential poll. But perhaps the most striking political development came in October when the government imposed a ban on discussions about President Biya's health. Following his extended absence from public view, rumors spread like wildfire, leading the government to issue a directive aimed at silencing the speculation for the sake of quote-unquote public tranquility. After nearly 50 days abroad, with rumors swirling, Biya made a triumphant greeting supporters in Yaoundé, shaking hands with officials and reassuring the nation. In fact, one state broadcaster presenter summed it up this way, quote, "Finally, this is not a phantom. It is President Biya having a lengthy discussion with government officials." His return helped dispel many of the health rumors, but not the misery surrounding his whereabouts. Since his last appearance at the China-Africa Summit, Biya had been noticeably absent from major events, including the UN General Assembly and the La Francophonie Summit. Despite his frequent European trips, the details of his illness remained closely guarded. Biya, Africa's second longest-serving leader, has been in power since 1982. His government faces significant challenges, from the secessionist crisis in the English-speaking regions to the growing threat of Boko Haram in the north. And as political stability hangs in the balance, the spotlight on Biya's health has only deepened concerns about the future of the nation.
The sounds of honking vehicles, noise from passers-by, and echoes from nearby stores and pubs reverberate off the rooftops of houses in the area. For those who have spent years living in roadside homes in Douala, Cameroon, this cacophony often feels like a normal part of life.
Moi, j'aime trop vivre ça. Je vois les passants.
Nous sommes habitués au bruit des motos.
We are used to the noise from motorcycles, fights, and sometimes when there are loud arguments, we don't go out. We know we are in the neighborhood with ambience, so we are not bothered. The roadside street vendors have also grown accustomed to life by the road. Usenato, who has lived here for 25 years, embodies this resilience.
Là où je cherche mon âge, je vais faire comment? Là où je cherche pour manger, pour voyager, tout ça.
With over 4 million inhabitants in this economic capital, where urbanization accelerates socio-economic activities, roadside habitation is common. Residents often cite financial challenges as a reason for preferring these areas.
Les maisons sont, comment je peux dire? Bon, sont collées avec la route. On n'a pas le choix.
Living by the roadside comes with significant challenges. Many households are built very close to the road, exposing residents to various dangers. At night, sometimes you sleep and have the impression that there is noise hovering in your head. We try to live with it. Roadside habitants are exposed, especially those who build very close without living at least 5 meters as recommended by the law. We are exposed to accidents. Some residents are suggesting for the implementation of better urban planning strategies to improve living conditions in the town. Those constructing the roads can require that the population build their homes away from the road. While roadside residents in Zwala find ways to strive amid noise and congestion, the pressing need for improved urban planning and infrastructure remains clear. Often characterized by significant age gap, with one partner typically much older than the other, transgenerational marriages are igniting discussions about motivations that range from emotional connection to shared interests and life experiences.
There is what we call love. If I'm in love with a woman who is over 10 years older than I am, age has no place in love. Life is a choice. She loves her 15 years old guy, and when you propose to someone of her age, it doesn't work.
Some tolerate this phenomenon, citing advantages such as maturity, but reject personal engagement.
I will say a marriage involving an age gap, like a man who is 5 years older than the woman, is considerable. But over that, I will depend on the woman because everyone has their perspective.
A 25-year-old can reflect and distinguish what is good or bad. And a 45-year-old man, for example, can also reflect. I think the relationship can work. For others, these transgenerational marriages are unfathomable as they find it unimaginable to live a communal life with someone older than themselves. These unions provide a fresh perspective on companionship amid evolving social norms. They highlight the power of love to transcend age barriers as it obtained years back.
This phenomenon poses a problem only today. If you look back at the years of our grandparents, you will notice that this was encouraged. Older men used to marry girls barely out of adolescence. Now, mentalities have evolved.
It happened in our village where a young girl of 20 got married to a 50-year-old man. The wedding was celebrated in front of me, but I had no issue because growing up, we witnessed similar situations. Transgenerational marriages highlights the diversity of connections and invites society to rethink its definitions of partnership.